Welcome to the SoberQ podcast.
Hi everyone, my name's Kylie. I'm an alcoholic and gratefully sober today. My sobriety date is the 21st of February 2011, and my question is, how do we watch for selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear? Great question, because these are the things that I constantly watch out for today, because I know that at the end of my drinking, they were the things that I was drinking on. You know, I had a tape of resentment and fear going through my head. And really, it was the stuff that I used to drink on, because if you had a life that was as bad as mine, then, you know, you drink too. And that's what it was. And I was just using alcohol to squash it all down, right down, because I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't know how to deal with it. So coming into the rooms of AA, you know, what a blessing that I was given the tools to work through these in a healthy way. You know, firstly, going through step 4 and 5 with my sponsor, I was able to look at my resentments, and then, you know, going through the columns, I was able to look at, well, you know, what are my defects of character? What did I bring to that situation? And talking them through with my sponsor just gave me such clarity, because I could see myself, you know, and my defects of character. Working through steps 7 and 8, I could humbly ask God to remove these defects of character, and I wanted them gone. But of course, I now know that they don't totally go. They're always there. And, you know, I've heard another member talk a bit about how, you know, it's a bit like a radio. Sometimes the volume goes up, it goes down, just depending on what's going on, depending on how I'm going within myself and my spiritual condition. You know, some of those defects of character are louder than others. And that's when I know, you know, I've got to get back to basics and do some work. And, you know, for honesty, I think I'm such an honest person. But, you know, sometimes, you know, when I'm at the Coles checkout, I'm thinking about putting the apples through, and you want to put them through as the cheaper apples. And when things like that happen, I know you're not traveling too well, Kylie, because somehow, you know, it's that little thing that the world owes you something. So, you know, that's how small little bits of dishonesty can creep in. You know, I had a situation at work the other day where something went wrong, and I had to talk to one of my clients, and it was just horrible. You know, I had that terrible feeling in my stomach. I didn't want to have that conversation. But now I know it's about being honest, and, you know, I'm not perfect, and I don't have to be perfect. And just to talk through a situation, this is what I did. This is how I'm going to deal with it to fix it. And, you know, it just puts me on a better level of understanding, you know, with my clients. So that's how it comes to play out in my work. Selfishness, I can be a selfish person. And if I'm feeling like that, that's when I need to be of service. So being of service both in the fellowship and in my family and at work, you know, being of service helps counteract selfishness. Resentment, for me, you know, the opposite of resentment for me is to get that attitude of gratitude. And to keep an attitude of gratitude, it's about my morning meditation, my conscious contact with God. It's thanking God every day for all the beauty in my life, thanking God for my sobriety, you know, all of these things that I'm so thankful for, which I truly am, but it keeps me away from that resentment. You know, because life can be challenging. I've certainly faced, you know, tragedy since I've been sober, but being able to keep an attitude of gratitude and being grateful for things rather than always looking at all the bad things that happened, you know, that's what keeps me on, you know, a fit spiritual condition. With fear, well, fear really is like a faith, so it very much links back to step 11 work. That's my 4 minutes. It's up, so I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for asking me to share.
If you would like to share your experience on a recovery question, visit the SoberQ podcast website at soberq.com. Thanks for listening.